right, guys. So let's do this. Now that we've been through that, let's go ahead and dive into let's do offensive letter grade, shall we?
Sure.
All right, let's get into let's make a grade card. This is always the funnest thing to do every year, in my opinion, Chris, because it seems to make the people the maddest. I love it when they don't play well and we give them a bad grade and we post it on Facebook, and some Karen tries to tell us that we're not true fans because we gave them a naughty grade. Oh shoot. Okay. Uh, offensive statistics yesterday. Let's start there. We had 234 passing yards, 170 rushing yards for a total of 404 yards. That was 6.3 yards per play. We had 24 first downs. We were 9 of 14 on third down,
That's really good.
0 for 1 on fourth down, with a time of possession of 25 minutes and 56 seconds. And the stat that I'm most proud of, we had 0 turnovers. So, my letter grade on offense yesterday, given that output, I gave them a B plus yesterday. I thought, we were probably solidly at like a C plus in the first half, and I thought we played an A type of game in the second half. So we'll average it out and we'll say B plus on the offense. Chris, what about your letter grade, my man?
Yeah, I went with a B. I know the nerves got him in the first quarter, but it's you can't completely forget that first quarter either. After the first quarter, we saw steady improvement in that second half. You're right, Eric. They were an A. You asked me at halftime yesterday. I think I had them at a C minus originally.
Yeah, yeah.
So for them to turn it around that second half and do what they did, and one stat you forgot to leave out or left out there, Eric. How about 0 sacks as well?
Well, that's the Will Howard effect, dude.
Yeah. It is.
Move around in the pocket. That one guy who tried to take him down had a handful of jersey, and he's just like, get off me, dude.
Yeah.
Dude's like 8 foot tall, 300 pounds. I mean, he's huge. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so I went with a B. I think they'll get better as it goes, but B now.
All right, Cory, what letter grade are you going to give the offense for their performance yesterday?
I think I'm with Chris on this one. B. Good solid B. I think C in the first half, A in the second half. They got more. There was obviously some gaping holes in the second half. They wore them down. The passing game was really nice in the second half, efficient. That pass to Carnell Tate that ended up going for a touchdown was just, chef's kiss, beautiful. Yeah. Because not just the pass, the throw was great in the zone there, but Tate, I don't remember seeing our receivers having that kind of yak since 2018. They just take the ball and they take off. But usually it's like they sit in the zone, get the ball, and then they're done, it seems. But Jeremiah Smith obviously being the A+ of the game, because just what a way to debut. And the fact that you saw that video where he called where his first touchdown would be.
Oh, we're going to get there. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah. That was great. But I also love that back shoulder throw by Howard. And I'm not here to pick on McCord. He's Syracuse's QB now. I think people are going a little overboard with it. I mean, it's like, a little sensitive about it because it's like he's a former Buckeye. Yes, he was under par, but whatever. That back shoulder throw, I don't remember seeing that last year. That to Jeremiah Smith in the corner end zone for the touchdown, it blew me away. I was like, that is perfect ball placement for a guy with a catch radius of like 19 feet or whatever it is Jeremiah Smith has. But just Howard looked good. A low key important play that saved a good field goal was when two guys came pretty much free at Will Howard. He dodged them both and then threw the ball away because there's nobody there. And I'm like, man, that could have been a sack and ended up being a long field goal or even a possible punt. He saved us a short field goal. The guy made it. We put points on the board. That's so big going forward. I can't even explain, because against good teams like Oregon, you're going to need to not give up negative plays like that. So Howard was a breath of fresh air in so many different ways. And, I give him an A. I think he was a good debut. And to be honest with you, the offensive line and everything, yeah, just the offense, B. I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit too far into it, but B.
So our boy Johnny Olden Jr.'s back in the chat, and Steely matches busted him good, man. Orgy looked excellent.
He could run. I mean,
not when he's not playing the game. He can't.
True, but I mean that's almost like what their offense needs to be. Just be a run option offense with him.
Oh my gosh!
Because Davis Warren ain't it.
Oh, that's
Bust out the
funny.
wishbone, do it Navy style, right?
You might have to with it. I mean,
Yeah,
jeez.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. In all honesty, if you're them,
He's
it's
extremely
not.
athletic. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go over to the defensive side. All right. So defensively, we gave up 130 passing yards, only 47 on the ground. That's a total of 177 for the game, 2.8 yards per play. The Zips did get 11 first downs. However, they were 4 of 16 on third down and 2 of 3 on fourth down. They did possess the ball for 34 minutes and 3 seconds. However, our defense did create 3 turnovers. I went with an A on the defense. I thought defensively, this was what I said we would have 8 games this season where the defense would not give up a touchdown. There's one. So we're 1 for 1 in this. Defensively, they were flying to the ball. I think after they kind of felt the game kind of went back and forth a little bit, and the game was tight at first. I think Jim Knowles started dialing things up. I remember the blitz where CJ came in on the middle where they had 4, dropped 1 on the end. He came up the middle. It's a simple blitz. Akron didn't pick it up. He nailed the quarterback. And from that moment on, it was like the defense, the light switch went off. They got very opportunistic. They started playing with confidence. Lathan Ransom was basically on every tackle humanly possible. The defensive line could not be blocked. They are, I kid you not, 12 deep on the offensive line. They can run three groups in there. They're like hockey. It's like you can run line shift and here they come. It's like line change. And they play like the twins from one of our favorite movies, Chris. So I mean these guys, that poor quarterback, that was the other one. 8.5 quarterbacks knocked out this season by the defensive line. There's one. This defensive line is nasty. And I love it, and I'm here for all of it. And I'm not even mad at Igbinosun with the stupid kind of rolling hit on the quarterback where he kind of went in with his back and hit him. If you're gonna remember what Ryan said, if you're gonna make a mistake being aggressive.
Yeah.
Love
the old Urban Meyer adage. Yep.
Yep. So I'm going with an A. I'll go with you next, Cory. What letter grade are you gonna give the defense?
Same A. I love Jim Knowles. I love the defense he's brought to Columbus because if you guys were around for it, the Kerry Combs defense.
Oh,
If you can't appreciate Jim Knowles after this turnaround, I don't know what to tell people. I mean, is it always perfect? Of course not. No defense is always perfect. But Jack Sawyer, I think Jay Richardson on Twitter or X or whatever said it yesterday. He's like, that quarterback is sick of seeing Jack Sawyer, just tired of him because he was just banging him every play. And it was, I felt, when you get to a point where you're the opposing team fan and you're the fan of the opposing team, yeah, and you see the opposing quarterback and you're feeling sorry for him, your defensive line's having a good day. JT got 2 sacks, I believe. Kenyatta Jackson was getting on the action. They were getting push up front. The only thing that was killing us early on was the QB running, scrambling. That was about it. And that's going to happen when you have an athletic quarterback like Bullock. So I think his name is Bullock or whatever in there. They did in a couple of nice scheme plays, like on the 3rd down and short or 4th down and short, whatever it was, when they did that kind of triple option thing out to the tight end. It was okay. That was a good, well designed play. I'm not mad about it. CJ Hicks, awesome sack when he just ran over the running back and just got to the quarterback. They were aggressive. I love the aggressive. And by the way, Michigan fans, when I asked the question on Twitter, is Caleb Downs and Lathan Ransom the best safety duo on paper? If you don't think they are, fine. But I had so many fans tell me, no, Lathan Ransom stinks. No, he does not. Lathan Ransom is an awesome player. That dude's almost All-American worthy right now. He's so good. And I think it's sickening that people don't know his name yet, but they're going to know his name this year if he stays healthy for sure. Caleb Downs had a little bit of jitters, obviously some missed tackles, but I am not even remotely worried about him in any way, shape, or form. Denzel Burke showed why he's still a stud. And then I love Igbinosun's aggressiveness, obviously. So I don't know. The defense has got everything you need. By the way, some backups. Arvell Reese looked really good. I thought.
Yeah.
He's a superhero.
Powers look good.
Dude is
Powers
like
look really good.
God.
Yeah. You got some good depth there that we haven't had at linebacker in several years. It feels like if Cody Simon goes down, God forbid, I don't want that. feel like we'll still be okay with the guys we got behind him. Sonny Styles is still adapting to linebacker, but he looked good yesterday. So you're right. 12 deep defensive line. It didn't matter who was in there; they were getting to the quarterback.
Yeah. This is one of the reasons why I love the chat. Right now, they're giving grades to the team up north. Really
I'll give Michigan their defense is phenomenal. It really is really good.
As long as it's first strings in there, they're good.
Yeah.
No, okay, fair point. Will Johnson got cooked a little bit yesterday.
He did. What'd we say, Chris?
We've been saying this all along. Will Johnson is the most overrated player in all of college football.
Now,
I mean, he did make a big play at the end there, but
he and Shedeur Sanders kind of they're fighting for the most overrated.
I'd go with Sanders on the most overrated, but I do think Johnson is the hype. It's a little, when Michigan fans just put him on Jeremiah Smith and we're covered. Like, oh, Smith's going to cook him. They go 1-on-1.
Yeah, I know Johnny. I know he had a pick six. I was watching. Don't worry.
Yeah, against the guy.
That's because that quarterback's an idiot. By the way, you saw Will Johnson cheating on that. Any good quarterback calls an audible, tells him to go route, and he's got a touchdown. Nope, this quarterback mechanically just throws it out there without even looking.
It was telegraphed so bad.
Yep.
I was like, oh my goodness, he telegraphed that.
Yeah. He was like Honda out there.
Yeah, Kenneth, good question. Am I alone in thinking Arvo will be the LB1 on this team? Let's see Cody Simon.
Let's give it time
first. Let's see Cody Simon first. However, I think LB1 next year. Absolutely.
And I've seen some people, commenting on Sonny and CJ. Guys, let's remember, Sonny just made the move to linebacker this season. This was his first game. And the other thing is he was out of position.
On top of
he was playing the mic instead of playing on the outside, like he normally would. So
I'm fine with Sonny's going to be fine.
Yeah, he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be more natural at his position.
I do think CJ's a niche player at this point. I don't know if
he's a rush guy.
Yeah. I don't think he's ever going to be the full-on linebacker that people wanted, and it's okay. I'm not knocking him, but I just don't think he's ever going to live up to the potential that we thought he might.
Tyler, this is an incorrect statement. The team up north offensively is not as terrible as Iowa.
They're worse. Iowa put up 40 yesterday.
Iowa scored 40, but keep in mind, Ferentz wasn't on the sideline, so he didn't have to hold them back. So there was that. But they're as bad as Iowa offensively was.
I bet they take Cade McNamara back right now.
Cade McNamara threw 3 touchdowns yesterday.
Oh, yeah. All right. Chris, did I let you give your grade yet?
You did not.
Go for it.
I'm going to go with an A as well, guys. I thought the defense played well. You guys talked about the sacks. You talked about the aggressiveness. How about the fact that we only gave up 3 plays of more than 10 yards in the entire game?
Didn't even think about that. Wow, good point.
I mean, and we gave up a 12-yard run to the quarterback, Bullock, a 19-yard reception to Bobby Golden, and a 29-yard reception to Jake Newell. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, one of those was the one where Denzel tried to jump the route.
Mm-hmm.
And
he missed the tackle.
The tackle.
And so I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. Mm-hmm. He's being aggressive.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, don't only give up 3 plays of 10 yards or more. These guys were playing a great game.
Who's better, Denzel or Will Johnson in your mind?
It's Denzel.
Oh, Denzel.
No, I just wanted to throw that out there.
It's not even close, man.
I think Jermaine Matthews is better than Will Johnson.
Oh, hot take. I like it though.
That is a hot take. Jermaine Matthews needs to play more.
Yeah, I agree. He's going to be a baller at Ohio State for sure. Keep him. Do whatever you can to keep him on that roster.
Yeah. That's a Jake. If we can get CJ, we can get him to get like Micah Parsons down the road,
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah,
but he's far from that right now.
Mm-hmm. Micah's a one-man wrecking crew. I mean, he's scary. Yeah.